Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. I'm on the free-to-play, and we are going to try an absolute, push in as many areas of the game as we can. So what I want to showcase here is really what a difference pulling on a high-powered champion can do to your account, and really kind of direct you why I was so focused to go ahead and pick up the rabbit. Unfortunately, I've already done a couple of things today, but I'm going to kind of show them because I think it's important. Firstly, I picked up a Sacred Shard from Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss today because I'm now able to beat it up. I've made some tweaks to my Clan Boss team that I showed on Wednesday. I'm going to show just a kind of clip of it running, show the new builds because it's important for you guys to see what I've had to change. But damn, even on Clan Boss, what a difference it makes to do 3 things. Yeah, so from what I showed you on Wednesday, we've moved up to Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. I've started to improve the gear. You can see here that I'm starting to level stuff towards 16. I've just got a massive silver shortage, but it's on its way. Razelvard, I had to increase his speed a little bit to 232, and I've pushed him higher on crit rate. So we're starting to get a more damage-focused build. By Ronda, it's pretty much the same. Guardian set, 180 speed. My Stag Knight, I have got 247 speed, and we've got a bit more accuracy stuff going on for him. I've brought Grush into the team instead of Sepulchre, mainly because Grush gives me a secondary form of healing, and Skull Crusher was my issue because he was going down. So Grush is coming in Sepulchre's position in the Guardian gear, 213 speed, and really just try to make him quite tanky. And then Skull Crusher, I've moved into Lifesteal gear. This is a game changer. This is like the second change. First one is Grush. Second one is Skull Crusher in Lifesteal gear, pushing up towards 100% crit rate. He will basically have it once I've leveled these gloves, or not far from it, so that he heals with Lifesteal. He heals with Leech. He's healing with Grush. And I've also farmed the last couple of masteries for Skull Crusher. My biggest problem was Skull Crusher tanking a stun. I never want him to take a stun. So I'm going to show you the sort of damage levels we do. I've put the corrected speed tunes and stuff down here as well underneath so that you can see that. But I'll show you it just for the first few rounds, and then I'll show you the final damage number. But what you'll see here, in fact, I'll just get the speed tune up whilst I'm showing you this, so you can actually see it in action. And it does work on Nightmare Clan Boss as well. So if I'm able to get to a 3 key, I can actually throw my 4th key into Nightmare. But this is what's happening now. Basically, from turn 7, everything sinks in, and we get perfect 2-for-1 speed tune. The speeds are very, very finite. Like, any difference to these speeds, and it messes it up. In fact, there was an error in the calculator before, so it wasn't showing quite correctly. But if you copy this speed tune, if you put someone who cleanses in Grush's position, then all of a sudden you've got yourself, almost like a perfect speed tune because you don't have any worry with stun or affinity. My problem at the moment is if we get Spirit Affinity pop, we've actually got some trouble. But you'll see what's going on here. So we're tanking a lot of the damage with Skull Crusher for the rest of my guys. Because he's now got Leech out there and he's got Lifesteal, he's actually doing some big old whacks with his A1 and pretty much healing to full. And the cool thing about this is the Clan Boss is just ignoring him because he's so healthy. Yeah, so I'm now basically doing a full run without Skull Crusher tanking a single stun. Grush is my stun target. He's a defense-based champion, so he's built to take that. But the change of doing masteries, Grush in the team, and Lifesteal gear has made me way more consistent. Beforehand, I was like 16 to 20 mil. I'll show you the damage at the end of this. I guess just bring you in for a little bit here on turn count 14. Stun's about to come in. 100% health. Like, we're in no danger. And actually, Grush is not really taking too much damage from these stun hits. So it's just kind of like flowing really clean, really nice. As I say, the speed tune down below has also got the Nightmare version because the setup is a little bit different, but still very easy to do. So even though we're taking all this damage, we've got a chance to counter-attack because of the mastery change here. There it is, counter-attack. And we've also got the ability to just get more damage away with our A1s and the lifesteal proc. So lifesteal plus leech is just keeping us super healthy. Look at all these heals we're doing in between. Just makes this run so much more consistent for me. So we're probably coming towards the end of my survivability here. If I'm hitting 23.5 million consistently, and that's a 3-key Ultra Nightmare with these changes, which is kind of the dream. The 3-key is the dream, and honestly, with a team like this, it's pretty nuts. We're still fine for the stun hits. The challenge is whether we are able to take this hit right now. I reckon this is probably the hit that kills us. But over 23 million, we're basically at the 3-key mark now, which is awesome. It's absolutely brilliant. So it's insane gains. We've just about survived it. Look at that health and defense here on the Rabbit and Skull Crusher. Just about survived it. But damn, we did. So now we've got to try and heal up before the next hit. But Skull Crusher is going to be unkillable for the next hit anyway. But look at that healing. Look at the healing coming on. These changes are absolutely insanely good. Ally protection on everyone. So we're still going. We're going to hit at least 25 mil here. And away we go. So we're now coming up to the next stun. Generally, it's AoE 1 that kills me, I think. I don't think stuns are going to kill me. I think my defense is high enough on Grush, so that's not the problem. So we've come up to turn 30, Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. Literally a week ago, I was hitting Nightmare for 20 million. Now we're hitting Ultra Nightmare for over 25 mil. That's the change. It's absolutely absurd. This is going to be where Skull Crusher goes down, I think. Or maybe the Rabbit. Or maybe both. But still, turn 30, Ultra Nightmare, traditional team. The power of speed tuning is coming through here and making those decisions. There, they've both gone down. But still, crazy damage here. This is like comfortable 3-key territory now. As I said before, my problem is I can't deal with Affinity. Affinity Clan Boss is going to wreck me. But 11.8 million Ronda, 5 million from Stag, 5 million from Razelvarg, and then 2.5 from the two kind of support champs. But it gives you a good feel for making some changes can elevate your Clan Boss a lot. I've just gained 7 million from the team comp I was showing you just a couple of days ago. Like, that's a lot of extra damage just for 3 changes. So let's show you what else this Rabbit is doing for my account, because it's not just Clan Boss. It is not. We are pushing all over the place. Check this out. Just did this morning. Dragon 25. I was hitting Dragon 20 before the Rabbit joined in. Okay, I've got decreased defense and attack from Stag. We've got AoE hits from basically 3 people in the team. Ronda, Kale, and the Rabbit. And then I've basically got control from Cornelia. I would like to swap Cornelia in a lot of the stuff I'm going to show you in a minute for Nephril. But Nephril is still 5-star 50. And honestly, for level 25 stuff, he's going to be too damn squishy. But this team has got it all going on. Nephril will just up it a bit and speed it up, honestly. It's just going to speed stuff up. So when we get that going, everything's going to be quicker. But ultimately, we're taking on Dragon 25. I'm on day like 115 or so, I think. I'll check that in a minute. But we're taking on Dragon 25 with, again, like a lot of normal champions here. It's not like we've got OP champions. Why is the Rabbit helping me a lot here? He's just keeping us moving fast whilst doing a good amount of damage. Yeah, so he's kind of filling a couple of roles for my team. And anytime you're looking at champions, wondering, you know, are they worth investing in for later game stuff? It's like, can they fill a few roles? Now, Mikhail's now gone to single role nuke. Yeah, but we've got other champions in the team here that are doing more than one thing. So anyway, I'm going to let this play through to the end. I'll show you the kind of dragon part. And yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff. By the way, like, you're probably thinking, oh, this is going to be tough against these waves. And some of the waves are tricky. They hit hard. We're on stage 25 here. But because of the kind of balance of this team, it's just never a problem. Like, I'm never in any sort of danger. Kale's kind of squishy, honestly. He's in a full nuke build. But between Cornelia, Stag Knight dropping their attack, like, we're just not really in any problem. And if Kale dropped, it's still a consistent team because Rhonda's bringing Brimstone. And Brimstone is a good replacement if you don't have poison going on for boss killing against dragons. So Kale's got some poison popping off. We've got Brimstone doing colossal damage. Decrease attack, making sure that we don't take massive hits. And other than that, it's just go quick. Cornelia's a healer at this point. Obviously, she can't crowd control the dragon. And honestly, it's kind of quick. You know, we're talking Dragon 25 with no OP wave clear going on. This is pretty fast. And, you know, this is fast enough to actually farm it. If you're doing like 10-minute runs, I know I did some stuff with Ultimate Death Knight back in the day on the last free-to-play account. It's cool that I could do that, but 10-minute farms is too long, really, to be comfortable with that. But actually, you know, 4-minute farms, I'll take that. I'll take that, and we'll take the items out the other end and hopefully start to improve some of those builds that I was just showing you. But yeah, this is, again, it's cool because it's a massive improvement with where my account can go in a relatively short space of time. Honestly, I've not tried hard dungeons yet. I probably should just try it. I guess we take a look. If we're doing a video where we're sense checking whether we're strong enough yet, the affinity is good. Can we do anything against some of the kind of early level hard mode, or is it just too much of a step up? Because I don't think it's that different, really. The affinity is particularly good here for my squad. And if you're going to farm 25, you may as well, and can farm like hard low levels, you may as well go for the hard low levels. We are tanking some damage, but we get a heal away? Just about. That's pretty tight. We don't really want a stag to drop because stag is at AoE decreased defense and stuff. I'll let this play through. We'll see where we get to. So interesting, they did wreck my Kale in this one. I don't think it makes too much of a difference. We're still going through the waves really quick, like 1 minute 30 odd. We do have a problem with these dudes healing and rolling in with their damage. Oh, he's coming back at me again. Very rude. But having Leech out there on an AoE from this rabbit, it just means that, you know, people like Rhonda can heal up. I do have a chance to get my health back when we're doing these AoE hits. So I guess this is the danger. Can we actually deal with the dragon? Like, the dragon does hit quite a lot harder on hard mode. And we don't have the additional pump of poisons because Kale's gone down. We definitely need Brimstone up, which we've now got. Decrease attack we need on as well, because the increased attack that he puts up is where the extra damage is coming from. So far, looking pretty solid, though. This next hit's kind of big, but we're dealing with it. I think we do it. I think we do this quite comfortably. Again, it's going to be around a 4-minute clear. Like, hard mode dungeons, let's go. Yeah, it looks like I've gone from mid-game to end-game in 1 week. Because we're now taking down some hard dungeon shenanigans, which is cool. Do I think I'll keep going? I might be able to do the Void. I might be able to do 3 as well. But anyway, we can do the earliest level of hard. Let's show you, I guess, Finite. Finite, I've kind of been farming stage 18 generally. So and 20 should be pretty doable now. So let's go up above 20. Again, Nephril would be so good here. Like, 6-star and Nephril perhaps should be my next thing to do, because this would be so powerful for my account. I've got multi-hitter, 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 multi-hitter. So that's all good for Finite. Got some turn meter control, not loads. Just wondering here if I need to control the waves better. Nephril here would be perfect. Like, it would be so good. I could do it. I just think he might end up being too squishy for the boss. And maybe I've not built him well enough. Let's try this. Let's see what we can get done with Nephril in the mix as well. So I guess the only thing with Nephril here, I've got pretty decent speed. The accuracy is a bit low, but then the rabbit gives me more accuracy. He's just squishy. Level 50 is always going to make your champions feel a lot squishier. So let's see what goes on here. Decreased defense and attack is solid. We've got the bat swarm to drop their turn meter so we don't get these annoying unkillable things popping up. Now we get the chance to stun or drop speed if their turn meter is already low. So Nefrel's a great control champion as well. And this wave is getting munched up. Absolutely munched up. So I've got no problem here with the wave. This dude, if he puts Unkillable on, which he didn't, then that could have ruined my day. Because it's the most annoying thing that Raid allowed to happen. But we go again. Decrease defense and attack. Which means if we do take a hit, it's not going to be too bad. This is going to be no problems until we get to the boss. Okay, then this is the difficult bit. So you've got a team that can beat the wave. Can they also beat the boss? I should have set the AI so we opened with all their A1s, honestly, instead of doing all these other shenanigans. But we're on to the... Well, we've broken the shield. Got decreased speed out. We've got a couple of ways to do decreased speed in this team, which is very cool. Bat Swarm drops turn meter. We've got another turn meter drop in Skimfoss. So I've got 2 turn meter drops in this team. Might be enough to keep his turn meter down with decreased speed on as well. And the fact that we've got increased speed, so we're rotating our abilities quick. I don't have like a cold heart or an armor set to come in and do the damage as well. So that is going to make the runs a bit slower than you would like. But still, we're on a push here for, you know, how far can I go with this type of squad. And honestly, it's looking pretty solid. Again, if he has a turn, I've got a lot of damage coming his way with Brimstone and these poisons. When Nefrel's ascended, these poisons become big style as well. And obviously Nefrel at the moment has got no masteries as well, so that's more damage. Like, there's a number of ways that I still enhance what I'm doing, but it does look solid. This is another easy takedown, level 21. Here you go, 3 minutes and 8. Piece of trash to sell. Affinity stays okay. Stagnite and Nefrel being negative here might be a problem. I guess I'll run it through. I'll let you know how we get on. Does it instantly cause problems? Like, not being able to turn meter control or drop defense on Array could be an issue. Like, she can bring the smacks and a lot of problems for my team. But stuff like that. AoE stun, AoE drop turn meter. That's why Nefrel's so good against waves. Car, this squad has turbocharged over the last week or so. So, interestingly, I've gotten to the boss kind of comfortably. Obviously, the AIs all go a bit wonky. They don't do the right stuff. And the boss had a turn. And this is our problem. Nefrel, too squishy at level 50 to take the hit. What it means is it still possible to do this? I guess it's possible. It's going to be much harder now because I don't have my 2 turn meter control dudes doing work. Yeah, and I've only got 1. And I think he doesn't get it through quick enough. Is he going to do it right now? Don't think so. Oh, he does. So yeah, it gives me a chance, but I still, it's not enough. I need like 2 forms of turn meter control to make this really consistent. And Stag being negative affinity as well is just not landing all of his shit when I need it. So he's kind of letting the squad down. Sometimes like weak hitting, all that type of stuff. The affinity really does matter when you're trying to take on some of this bigger stuff. Doesn't mean it's impossible. Just means that with 1 dude on the floor, it becomes way more difficult. And you see that he's doing his like main abilities into the shield like a schmuck. Even with all that going on, we still take it down. And that's because the base of the team is so solid. Honestly, the leech ability from the rabbit, along with everything else he's doing, has massively enhanced my team. Onto Void Mode. I think we take Void Mode down easy. We don't have the same sort of problem. Unless these Paradons. Oh, Paradon, what are you doing in any team that we have to face? You're so horrible to go up against. Don't you make anyone unkillable. That's an order. But yeah, as long as we don't get like annoying stuff going on with the waves here, I think we just breeze through the waves, no problem. And then all we got to do is see if we can take down boss level. Onto the boss pretty quick. 1 minute 30. Rhonda, get some smacks in, please. Through the shield. Got decreased defense out there. It's always going to help. Starting to get some turn meter drops with the A1s. Do we get a... I don't think we get an actual decreased speed out in time, do we? There it is. That's cool. Do we get a turn meter drop? Yes, we do. Let's go. Another turn meter drop from Nefrel, if you don't mind. That's what we need. Oh, we didn't get it. We didn't get it. It's still tight, but damn. This is a cakewalk. I can already see that there's no way we lose this. The leech ability on here and the amount of multi-hits I've got going on just means that even if he gets a turn and one-shots the Nephro again, it's fine. We're doing enough damage that this boss does not survive. He is in the dirt. Oh, mama. It's a good piece. We'll take it. Stage 23 done. 24 is a problem. 24 becomes an affinity problem. Actually, only for 2, though. But these 2 are both a bit squishy. Let's see if we can rock it on 24. Cool thing here is the people that do turn meter control and wave control are still a good affinity. So it's only 2 damage dealers that are bad affinity. I don't know if it's going to cause a problem. Does Rhonda just get one shot here by one of these gladiators on the sidelines? It's possible. We do have the decreased attack on them, so maybe we're fine. It's coming. Oh, it's a hit. It's not too bad. We can heal that back up. This is the cool thing about having that leech out there. The stun, whatever. We can deal with a stun. Okay, we're still in the game. Let's keep going. So we smack through the waves pretty comfortably. And 24 is a good place to farm, by the way, if you're looking for good items and decent energy efficiency. Stage 20, best energy efficiency, but you don't get as good items. Stage 24, better items, good energy efficiency. Stage 25, best items till you get to hard, but not very good for energy efficiency. So for a free-to-player, 24 is a good place to hang out. So the good thing here is the champions that do turn meter control are all good affinity. A couple of the dudes here that do some of my damage are not, which is not ideal, but I think we get over that because this Fire Knight, I don't think he really gets a turn. He might get a turn, but if he does, he's going to have a good chance to weak hit my only squishy dude. And if he strong hits the 260s, I think they live for at least that one hit anyway. And this is going to be, maybe it's going to be more like a 5-minute run. But still, I think we do it. So this is the tester. We're about to take a smack. Yeah, so we've got a few people half health. Brimstone gives it a bit of a whack. I don't have any heal reduction on here. I could probably bring a Skull Crusher in and get some heal reduction going, but I think it slows the run down too much. Like, counter-attackers are very good for Fire Knight if you're struggling, but they just make your runs a lot slower, honestly. So it's already kind of slow, like, 4 to 5 minutes. It's not where you really want to be farming. It's getting to that toppy stage. I was talking about it with Dragon earlier. It's getting toppy around the amount of time I want to spend farming a dungeon. But I guess you've only got a finite amount of energy, so, ultimately, does it matter if it takes you 5 minutes or 3 minutes? Not really, because I've only got so much energy that I can farm with anyway. But there we go. Stage 24, dead. Piece of crap to get rid of. And then for the final stage here, we're all pretty decent affinity. So if I did want to farm stage 25 and just go for gear rather than efficiency of energy, it's on. I'm just worried about these null horns. If they start getting turns, then all hell breaks loose because they become unkillable with this squad. They've got too much turn meter control if they're the only people left alive. But as it is, we're locking everyone out, decreased defense and that's everywhere. I think we beat the waves. So we did, we lost someone in the waves. I didn't expect to, but the wave 2 did take down my Skimfoss, which is a bit annoying because he's actually a decent amount of my turn meter control. Might mean this is the first thing I fail that I'm trying to show you today, which would be a shame actually. But, I don't know. It's a reasonable hit. I don't have, Skimfoss going down is one of the worst people that could have dropped, honestly. Because that turn meter control is just wanting when we get to the boss. I also don't think consistently he goes down. I think that was a pretty unlucky one, but we've still got decreased speed from Stag, so we've got a decreased speed out there. We've got a turn meter control in the Batman. And obviously we've got hits coming in with potential Giant Slayer procs from my Rabbit and Rhonda. So there's stuff going on. Trouble with Nephro is he doesn't have masteries, which means he doesn't heal up like the rest of them do through the leech being out there. So right now, he will just be dead. So there goes all of our turn meter control. And we've got less hits for the shield. It's all going wrong. And it would be a shame. I'll let it play through, but I feel like this is a fail. Okay, that was the first fail of the day. We actually got pretty damn close. Got him down to just below kind of like 10% health, but then a couple more people went down. So first fail. I think I do it, though, with this same squad. In fact, I'm going to run it one more time. I won't show you any of it. I'm going to run it one more time, see if it fails again. So yeah, I had the same problem. Wave 2 just wrecked my Skinfoss. So bit of work to be done there. Never mind. Never mind. It's still going extremely well. I guess we'd go into Ice Golem next. Or maybe I'll show you something different quickly. Doom Tower. I've already done it for today. But I climbed up with this squad. So again, Nephril could come in here. The Rabbit could switch out. But basically, I'm farming up normal Doom Tower so quick and easy. It's crazy. Taking down the Magma Dragon today. Utilizing just a Provoke. And, you know, just like a random amount of damage going on. I'm farming the Griffin with this team here. And Griffin is where I'm staying for the farm. Because Griffin is helping my clan boss teams. So we're doing that very comfortably. And I've also been taking out a lot of these secret rooms. Or a decent amount anyway. On the way. So Doom Tower kind of pushing on pretty comfortably at the moment. I guess it's worth just saying, like, I'm up to like close to 370 odds, 374 stars in Faction Wars, and I've not really pushed it at all, other than just if I've developed a champion, I throw them out there. Arena, I'm just holding firm in gold 4 to gold 5, looking for easier fights. There are some fights now, though, that I win because my team's actually good. Whereas it used to just be I'm trying to pick off the one-man teams like this. Nowadays, I can actually beat up some teams that you wouldn't expect me to beat up, like perhaps this one, with a fast high Katoon. She can go faster. I could probably get her to about 370 if I had silver. Drop defense, double nuke. Depends if I do win the speed race a little bit, but we get the smacks away. We get the smacks away. All of a sudden, Scylla the Drakes, Ash's favourite, the crowd favourite, takes a dive. And we're able to beat up some pretty damn established teams because my team is now a bit more arena focused. Because I've been able to move some of those other champions out of Clan Boss, we're now starting to move people into their proper roles. And that's where you really start to see a difference. So arena also developing on. I mean, bronze 3 in tag team and just holding it. I've set my defense super low because we've got tag team event running right now. We're just farming all the single stuff and collecting up the Drex fragments. All of that's working nicely. So I guess we show you 2 more dungeons. We'll go Spiders next. Spider, I've been farming stage 14. Well, 10 generally if there's a tournament on, but I moved up to 14 recently. Let's see if I can go a bit higher. This is the team I was using. Control, turn meter. Again, maybe just Nephril's better here. Maybe it's that same team I just used. Let's see. I don't have an AoE HP burner. It's probably the one thing now that my account is missing to take me onto that next level. Either AoE HP burn or Drex bringing burns. Because against Spider especially, HP burn, when you start getting past stage 16, it's really important. It's so much easier to bring a burn comp than it is to bring, you know, this kind of like AoE damage comp. Albeit at this level, it's okay. 15, 16, it kind of works. But the Spiderlings get so tanky when you start to push towards stage 17, 18, 19. And I'm going to eventually have to do that for Arbiter missions. So I know this is probably one area of the game that I really just need some help with. Nephril's going to help me. Once I 6-star Nephril, he helps me because we just keep these Spiderlings under a pretty good level of control. But when they're tanking, not dropping like they're dropping right now, this becomes a harder strat to do. But this level looks like it's very comfortable. We've got turn meter control. We're just going to push on. So yeah, 16, pretty easy. 17. 17 would be a real, like, landmark for this account, honestly, because it does mean that I can progress with those Arbiter missions for now and worry about 20 when I kind of get to it. It's going to take me a little while to get there. This is tough. 17 becomes pretty tough. You see how much tankier the Spiderlings are, but still we're doing good damage. Nephril can hit as well. Once I get Nephril to 60, he hits. So this type of tactic, maybe it's going to work. Again, I'll let it play through. 17 dead. I'm surprised about that. Honestly, I didn't think that was going to happen. 18 becomes weaker affinity for these two. Could be a problem. I guess we'll see. As I just keep pushing again, like I did with Fire Knight, how far can I go with this squad? Can get a bit lucky. So that's lucky that I got the... I didn't weak hit tons of places there, bearing in mind affinity. We still get the smacks coming out from Rondo. See, we don't get the guaranteed decreased speed going on just because of weak hits. Albeit my Stimfos does that as well. Nephral's the target, and he is a bit squishy for these spiderlings. So although we do control them to a certain degree, these spiderlings could cause a problem if we're not nuking them down. Don't know. What do you reckon? Does this happen? Turn meter control is actually not so much the problem against the main spider. This is the problem. Look at him getting the beats. And he doesn't have a good mechanic to heal up. So he takes a dive. Means I lose my wave control in the stuns and the turn meter stuff. And I lose an extra layer of turn meter control. So Nephral dropping and not being a 60 is quite a big problem here. Because everyone else now starts to get in trouble. But I feel like Nephral at level 60, we do this, actually. Or at least it becomes pretty damn close. It's not impossible that we do it right now. Maybe this is one where Cornelia just is better than Nephral because Cornelia does have some additional healing as well. But we're still dealing with the main spider's turn meter. Like, Skimfost has got such good spider control mechanics. Really, really good. Look how much we're dealing with the spider's turn meter on his own now. He's like that. I'm doing it by myself. Stag's obviously a brilliant champion and also kind of tanky in the type of gear that he's wearing as well with that clan boss build. And this is still not slow if we get this done. Rhonda doing work. I think we do this, you know. Stage 18. I did not expect it. Insane gains right across the account right now. Stage 18. Spider. Surely not. Oh, Stag's looking a little bit low. Stag, you need some healing, my friend. Help him out, guys. The next level is what most people struggle with the most. Damn, stage 18 downed. Absolutely down. Shredded. Look at Stimfos damage here. Nice. 2 mil. Can we do 19? Bad affinity for Rhonda and the rabbit. I'd rather it was bad affinity for those than it was for the others, honestly. So, you know, if there's anywhere where the affinity switch is not too bad, it's here. The problem we've got now is these get tanky. Look at these spiders. They're like that. Beefed out. They're properly beefcaked. We do have a fair amount of AoE damage going in, though. Again, so far, so good. This is surprising. Like, I did not think without a burn squad that I was going to get anywhere near this. But actually, it goes to show, like, sometimes you've just got to deal with what you've got. Sometimes you just have to play with the teams you've got and try and make the best of it. And well-built champions in a good base of a squad can make the difference. I mean, this is by no means a definite, but we are dealing with the turn meter of the main spider very well. It's just whether we keep Rhonda alive. As soon as one person goes, it tends to fall apart a bit because we lose a layer of damage. We lose a layer of everything, honestly. But it is a good squad. Stimfos does a cool job here as well. He steals all of those poisons away from Rhonda and then throws them back at the spider. So Stimfos doing a bit of support for the team as well as all that turn meter stuff. And he cycles his abilities quick because his turn meter control steals the turn meter. It doesn't just reduce it, it steals it. So he actually cycles through his skills really quick. Damn, I think this is a done deal. I can't see how we lose from this point. So Spider 19 is going down. And then, honestly, like if I can beat Spider 20, there is now nothing that stops me getting Arbiter. Not a single thing. I thought this was going to be the blocker. Doesn't look like there's going to be a single thing that stops me getting Arbiter as soon as I kind of just beat off the different things that I've got to do. This is dead. This Spider's dead. So yeah, one of the things that the community struggled with the most, just taken down by a team I didn't expect to do it. So the final test, I guess, for this is going to be Spider 20. And again, the Affinity's cool. Affinity's good for us. So this will be the Arbiter takedown. If we can do this one. And again, like I can't see where we would fail. They're going to go after Skimfrost, I think, because he's got the lowest HP. And he's probably the one I don't really want them to take out. But the main Spider will not get a turn as long as everyone stays alive. So again, it's just whether or not we can kill Spiderlings quickly enough with this type of squad. And, I mean, so far, it looks good. Again, like I did not expect to get this far on Spider, especially Spider. The other stuff I was like, yeah, I feel like we've got some good stuff going on. But this is insane gains on this account. Like, compared to where I was a week ago to today, I can't believe it, honestly. It's crazy good. So he's taking some punishment now. He needs help from Nephril really quick. Or he's going to die, actually. Maybe he does die. Nephril pushes their turn meter back. See that? One level of control. We should then get the AoE, heals back up. And then we're relying on Nephril again next time round to do the AoE stun. He's got it. There it is. So again, we're fine. Damn. Steal that turn meter back. Keep yourself alive, friend. Half health the Spider. Got a few of them. These Spiderlings. Spiderlings are the problem here, not the main Spider. Spiderlings are all I'm worried about. The main Spider is dead. It's just whether the horde of Spiderlings can actually do something about it. And I don't think they can. Back in that dodgy moment, we need AoE hits. Ronda, where's your AoE? You're letting me down. Oh, it's close, actually. It is close. Nephril perhaps a bit faster would help us here. Because it is pretty damn tight. But for the Arbiter missions, you've just got to do it like a number of times on auto. So, you know, this is a good test here. I think we got this. AoE stuns. Yeah, we've got this. Down to a quarter health. I mean, all of the poisons and the brimstone, all that type of stuff, actually doesn't do any good for us at all here because the Spider's not getting a turn. We don't want it to. All of the decreased speed, the decreased defense is the main things that we're relying on here. But that is going to be another dungeon, like, smashed. Level 20 Spider, full auto. Thanks for coming. We appreciate your time. Let's just see where I'm at. Last one to show you then, Ice Golem. I was already able to beat 20. So I guess we'll do a little push here. Poisons are our friend. Is it the same squad? I think it is. AoE decrease attack. AoE decrease attack. That's one of the most important skills for the actual boss. If I could get some block revive going on the side ads, that would be good. Honestly, because that will be a bit of a problem. So I would never farm this high. I don't think I would do it. It just feels like it's kind of pointless, but I might as well just try and see how far this goes as the final dungeon. I would never farm higher than 20 on the free-to-play, just because I don't care about the dungeon enough for like the gear and stuff. So the only time I would be in Ice Golem is if there was an event running for like a fusion or something. And then I would farm 20 because that's the most efficient place to be. You know, the gear sets just need a bit of a rework, honestly. There's only a couple of gear sets worth looking at in this dungeon. and it's not worth your energy. Plus, the gear sets sell for less than every other dungeon. So, because you've got all of those crap ones in here, it just makes it a silly place to waste your energy on. But anyway, let's see how far we can get with this squad. This should all be fine. We'll get ourselves to the boss. So actually, he's done one AoE hit to me here, and it's taken a toll. Yeah, as I say, will I do this? I think I probably do this, but it's a nasty little encounter. You're actually better off on Ice Golem before you get to hard mode, just getting a team that gets you there, and then getting a poisoner that lives and just poisons. Because right now, my best person for this fight is actually Nephril, just A1 against the boss. That way, all the side ads don't pop back up and that type of stuff. But Nephril's about to go down, and I've got no way of picking him back up. Stuff like Brimstone's not that effective here. Decrease attack's really effective here. Otherwise, we just got to wait for these ads to pop up, drop down again, pop up, drop down again. But there you go, guys. This has been the craziest gains I've seen on a free-to-play account within the space of a week. Like, we've gone from Nightmare 2 keying to Ultra Nightmare 3 keying. We've taken all of the dungeons up significant levels. Doom Tower is a cakewalk. The arena, I'm actually fighting teams on my own merit instead of just fighting freebies. Like, everything is coming together, and it's just because of like focusing in on the right champions at the right time and focusing hard on the type of builds that they should have. I will put a link down below to a link to my free-to-play optimizer page, which just will show you any build you want to see from it. So any build from this video today, you'll be able to see the champions, their stats, the gear sets, their masteries, all that type of stuff, all on that link down below. So there you go, guys. I've been Hell Hades, free to play, absolutely smacking this game. I'll see you later.